Hey, what is up everybody? It's me, Anthony, here to give you guys another episode recap review theory video for the new series Shogun. And I know before you say in the comments that, hey, you didn't make a recap video for episode 2. I know, I had a lot of stuff going on in the IRL and it just caught up to me. But hopefully that won't happen again and I'll be able to give you guys recaps for all the remaining episodes of this series. But I will give my brief thoughts of episode 2. I thought it was really well done. I mean, every episode so far that I've watched from the show is freaking immaculate, chef's kiss. And I really like what it did setting up what we're going to talk about in episode 3. And episode 3, let me tell you, a lot of stuff is happening. We're getting the ball moving. We're getting to that eventual war that we're setting up from the first episode. Can't wait to get into this. But if you are new to the channel and you do want to see my thoughts on at least the first episode of the series, you can go check it out over here. But as far as what the format of these videos are, is I'm going to give you my recap of the episode. Then I'm going to talk about my overall thoughts of the episode. And then we're going to get into the theory section of where I just talk about some stuff that I saw in the episode and maybe where the story is going to go from here. So without further ado, let's get into the recap of episode 3 of Shogun. The episode begins with Yubusuke getting ready for his meeting with Lord Toranaga. He starts writing his will because he thinks that today will be his end. During the meeting, Toranaga says that he knows that Yubusuke is talking to Lord Ishido. Yubusuke says that he was offered Toranaga's seat on the council, but he refused because all he wants is Shugura province and to expand his wealth. Lord Toranaga agrees to this only if Yubusuke helps him escort Blackthorne and Lady Kiri back to his fishing village. Yubusuke and his men gather Blackthorne and everyone else outside so that they can start the journey to the fishing village. Before they can leave, Lord Ichido comes to investigate and see who's actually leaving Osaka. He inspects everything and sees that everything is in order when one of Toranaga's wives cries out in pain. Everyone's attention is drawn to her, and this gives Toranaga enough time to switch places with Lady Kiri. Lord Ichido says that they can leave, but they will be escorted by his men as well. Before everyone can reach the ship that will take them out of Osaka, they are ambushed by Lord Kiyama. During the fight, Lord Toranaga is discovered, and Lord Ichido's men realize that they have been duped and start to fight Toranaga and his men. Lady Mariko's husband, Buntaro, says that he will keep the enemy at bay as long as possible so that Lord Toranaga and the rest of them can escape. Lord Toranaga and the rest of his group finally make it to port and get into the boats so that they can make their way to the escape vessel. On Toranaga's ship, Blackthorne sees a fleet of small boats blocking their path, all filled with Lord Kiyama's men. Blackthorne says that their current ship won't make it through and suggests that they ask the Portuguese for safe passage and board their ship. During the meeting, Toranaga asks if he and his men can get safe passage out of Osaka, and after negotiating, the captain of the black ship agrees to take Toranaga and his men out of Osaka, but under one condition. They must leave Blackthorne in Osaka. The Portuguese priests give Toranaga Blackthorne's notes, claiming that this proves that he is a pirate. Blackthorne watches as the black ship sails away, and he decides not to stay in Osaka and take his chances and try to get through the blockade of boats. After some close calls, Blackthorne manages to get out of Osaka, impressing Lord Toranaga, leading him to say that he no longer is in need of the black ship and its aid. During a meeting with all of the lords, General Hidematsu presents them with a letter saying that Toranaga has resigned from the council. Lord Ishido says that this doesn't change anything and that they will still attempt to impeach Lord Toranaga. Hidematsu says that they won't be able to conduct a vote since they do not have 5 members on the council anymore. Now, if you didn't think that the show was pretty much Game of Thrones in Japan, I mean, this is the scene that solidifies it. Toranaga thanks Blackthorne for getting his ship out of Osaka safely, and then he shows Blackthorne the notes that he was given to by the priests. He says that these claim that he is a pirate, which is an act punishable by death. But Toranaga says that it will take some time for him to translate them. And in the meantime, he would like Blackthorne to teach his men foreign battle tactics. Blackthorne agrees as long as he gets his ship and his men back. And the episode ends with Toranaga and Blackthorne jumping into the water, racing to shore. Because that was a cute scene. And that is the recap of episode 3. And this episode was a lot of fun. We got a lot of things here that will cause some consequences going forward in the series, that involving some characters and some of the decisions that they have made so far. And I'm really interested to see how that's going to affect everything going forward, because stuff is about to get real. I mean, at the end of this episode, it's pretty much confirmed that they are going to war, Lord Toranaga and his men and his people. And I'm really interested to see, you know, every episode, the scale gets bigger to me, and I can't wait till we get that inevitable, like the scene that we've been seeing in all the promotions of Toranaga in his battle armor and his samurai get out and getting ready for war, because that's going to be crazy. I really hope. I don't want to go ahead expectations too high, but I really hope that it meets expectations. I'm also really liking Blackthorne. I'm still not sure on him. I'm still not sure if he's going to like do something, which we'll talk about later in the theory section. I think he's probably leaning towards that, which I hope that doesn't happen. But I'm really liking his character. I like that he's really smart in the sense of like learning these certain phrases and like very observant of his surroundings in this new land. Because I'm pretty sure it can't be easy in his situation to just be like, I want to learn Japanese, but he has to learn it to survive, so I guess he has no choice. But let me know what you think of this episode in the comments down below. Was it one of your favorite episodes? Are you excited to see what happens next? Let me know in the comments down below. Now going to the theory section of this video, and there's only a couple things that I have some theories or some thoughts on. And the first thing is Buntaro still being alive. I think he's alive still. There was that scene where Buntaro pretty much sacrificed himself because he wasn't going to be able to reach the boats in time to go with Lord Toranaga and his wife Miriko. And I think he's still alive. I think that the men that he was fighting are going to capture him, and he's going to be pretty much like held at ransom, and they're going to use him as like kind of leeway when eventually everything comes to a head, like the war starts. I think that's what they're going to do, because remember, there's a lot of people from Toranaga's side still left in Osaka, still in prison. You got his general, you got his couple of his wives are still there, you got Miriko's son, and a couple other people that are part of Toranaga's group. So I think they're going to use them in some way as like some kind of prisoners or something. And I talked about this a little bit, but is Blackthorne going to try to escape or try to betray Lord Toranaga and the rest of the group? I think that might be happening, just the way that he's reacting, and especially towards the end of the episode where Toranaga asked him, you know, can you help me with these battle tactics? Can you train these people? And he says that he doesn't know any of that stuff. He's just he's just a person on the ship. He's just a pilot. But he kind of stops himself, and I think that time he's thinking, I can use this to my advantage, and I just want my ship and my men so I can get the hell out of here and leave Toranaga and everybody else to fend for themselves. I think that's going to happen. I hope that that's not the case, because then we're going to have to go through that whole thing where, you know, Miriko and Toranaga like lose faith in him and don't trust him, and then he has to build that back up, and then he really likes it. I don't like when movies do that. I don't like when TV shows do that. So we'll see. Hopefully they don't do that in this show, but I think they are. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think that Blackthorne is going to betray or try to leave Toranaga in this group? Let me know in the comments down below. And that is it, guys. That is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for all your support. And as always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video if you want more Shogun episode recaps, analysis, whatever crap that I'm talking about, just from a normal person that's just talking about it. We don't get into the weeds about all the technical stuff. I wish I could, but that's just not me. And if you want to hear me talk about more TV shows, I talk about a show called Constellation on this channel, and you can go check it out over here. Episode 5 is coming out, I believe, tomorrow as of recording of this video, and I'm really excited for that, so I can't wait to talk about more of that. But again, guys, thank you for all the support, and remember, keep watching.